Oh, that looks so much better. What happened? Oh. Hmm. Oh, here we go. Hey. Hey, girl, how are you? Honey, you are devoted. I love it. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. Come on. There's a delay. There we go. So how are things? What's up with old boy? Oh, hey, y'all, what's going on? Ride or dies, ride or dies. Mm. Yeah, we're gonna get into some things today. Hey, hi, Melissa. Thank you for joining. Can you guys see me okay and hear me okay? I finally got my lighting right. I don't know what I'm doing different. It looks much better. I'm doing pretty good. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. You know, some of them just get in there, you know, and they kind of stay in there for whatever reason. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've got one too. I haven't seen him for 3 years, but he texts me all the time, whatever. You know, and he's a good guy. You know, we didn't have a bad breakup. I just knew he wasn't for me. But, you know, I normally when I'm done, I'm done. But, you know, this guy I'm still kind of in contact with. Although I know chances are I'll never see him again. So Miss Hurricane must be going on. You guys, had you heard of Tabitha Brown before this? I've never heard of her. You guys notice I got my nails back. I got my nails back. Yeah, I never heard of her. But I really think Wendy was really out of pocket. And yeah, we're going to talk about some things because, you know, there's a lot of aspect of this, from just, the jealous women to the hypergamy, and how you feel about quote unquote retiring your man in this particular case. Oh, she really, really was. She really was. I mean, and I agree with that. And it's just like, misery loves company. You guys, I'm going to get into it because let me see this. Okay, so we're going to do a share screen. So hopefully this works. Because I just don't, these are things that are really good, like lessons, teachable moments. Because, um, all right, I think I got it this time. All right, you guys, can you see that? Can you see Miss Tabitha looking kind of crazy there, but sorry, you guys, just fire truck. Can you guys see the share screen? All right, I think I got it this time. All right, you guys, can you see that? Can you see Miss Tabitha looking kind of crazy there, but sorry, you guys, just fire truck. Can you guys see the share screen? All right, I think I got it this time. All right, you guys, can you see that? Can you see Miss Tabitha looking kind of crazy there, but sorry, you guys, just fire truck. Can you guys see the share screen? All right, I think I got it this time. All right, you guys, can you see that? Can you see Miss Tabitha looking kind of crazy there, but I could not agree sorry, more. You guys, just fire truck. I could not agree more. But then again, can you guys people look at this, especially with regards to hypergamy, and they say, oh, she is not in a hypergamy. Are you guys, can you see that? But you know what? I think in the sense that they didn't start off in a hypergamy situation, I could not agree. Or maybe they did. It was like, I get this. Or, maybe took care of her, he supported her while she's not in a hypergamy. Are you guys, can you see that? But you know what? I think in the sense that they didn't start off in a hypergamy situation, I could not. Or maybe they did. Yeah, I get this. I noticed that. Maybe took care of her, he supported her while she's not in a hypergamy. Are you guys, can you see that? But you know what? I think in the sense that they didn't. Okay, sorry guys. That is crazy. Okay, sorry guys, but it's going. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, that was weird. So let's try this one more time. Well, okay, before we get into it, are you guys familiar with the whole thing that happened with Tabitha and Wendy Williams, where Tabitha Brown said that she was going to retire her husband? Her husband has been a member of the LAPD for 15 years, and she is now, in a financial position to allow him to retire. Okay, thank you. And you guys still here? And when Wendy Williams heard about that, she said that basically she predicted death on their marriage. And to me, that is, I mean, in a lot of ways, she was, I mean, obviously out of pocket, but it's like, is it wrong? Is it a misstep for Tabitha to have done this? The only thing I think I was going to say did wrong was not keep her business to herself. You know, they say move in silence. But then again, I thought about it. This is something she's celebrating. Why can't she celebrate it, you know, publicly? She's, you know, attained a level of success that her husband can quit a very dangerous job. And why not be able to celebrate that? Yeah, when Wendy is jealous, Wendy is a miserable human being, and that's the thing, you guys. You have to, you know, you have to watch out for. There are a lot of miserable women in this world. You know, frenemies, your mama, your cousin, your sister, that will always rain on your parade. Always got something negative to say. You know, and that's one of those people that, like, Wendy is one of those people. She's had a, you know, bad divorce. She's had some drug and alcohol problems, and to me, I don't think she's in a good place in her life. I just don't. I just think that she is. I mean, obviously, she's doing her job. She's, you know, sensationalistic. That's her job to be, you know. But she crosses the line when you wish death on someone's marriage. But just from a different perspective about Tabitha, do you guys feel there's something wrong with her, um, you know, retiring her man, her husband? Do you guys feel that there's something wrong, that she was a misstep? Because for me, you know, if you think about it, they've been together like 20, they've been married 23 years, right? And you know, it's not, you know, in a marriage, it's not her money, it's their money. So I don't care how much she earns, you know, it's not like she's doing him any favors, you know, which Wendy should know, honey, given her divorce and how she had to pay that dude. I mean, she had to pay up, baby. She should know that. It's not Tabitha's money, it's their money. And that's why for me, I know that Wendy was tripping. I know that, you know, it she said those things with malice, out of jealousy and spite and envy. You know, it's like it's their money. And let me put this in silence. But another aspect that Wendy mentioned that, I mean, we want to get into, she says that the reason she kind of, you know, thought that the marriage may be in trouble as a result of this is now she has sort of emasculated him by saying she was retiring him. And now, like, people like out here in the streets are gonna look at him sideways and saying, "Oh, your woman has retired you," and now he may, you know, get a sense of feeling less than a man. Now, what do you guys think about that? Do you think that he feels emasculated at all? That she is publicly basically taking credit for retiring him? And to me, I don't know if it was retiring him. I feel like one was speaking from her own. Oh, I agree. It was projection. She was projecting. But do you guys think that, you know, just devil's advocates, that she had a point in regards to him feeling some type of way down the road and feeling emasculated? Because again, that's something I think she was projecting from her husband. You know, her husband was Mr. Williams, you know, in the background. And I think she's projecting that because that is, you know, what happened to her. I just think that 23 years is a long time to be together and in a marriage. And I'm sure they've had their ups and downs like any other marriage. I just hope now that they've had this little bit of notoriety and, like, you know, he's kind of at the forefront because he is fine. Y'all know black men are not my thing, but he is fine. Have you guys seen her husband? Her husband is fine. I just hope it doesn't come out that he's got a baby out there somewhere and he's been creeping on her. I just hope that doesn't come out because, you know, people are going to try to rain on their parade. I know it's still happening at the party they had. I just believe. Kept, but, yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, you say she kept it private, but at the same time, it's like, what's wrong with celebrating celebrating something. I mean, this was a mutual decision. That's the thing about this is a marriage. This was a mutual decision. I'm sure that he knew she was going to go on was it Instagram and say something about it. Oh yeah, he's fine, isn't it? Even you, Taylor, you and I rocking in the same boat, but even you have to say he's fine. He is. Um, but I'm sure he knew that she was going to say something along those lines. And of course he was happy. 15 years as a police officer. And for me, you say move in silence, and that's fine. But this is America. What's wrong with celebrating a moment like this? They should be allowed to, you should be allowed to celebrate something. The problem isn't them celebrating this one thing. This is a milestone for them. This is a big deal. It's the people like Wendy coming for them. I think that you should be able to, and celebrate something if you want to do so publicly. There's nothing wrong with that. This is a milestone. This woman came up, and now they're in a position where, he can pursue his dreams. He can pursue his dreams because 15 years as a cop, he supported her. Comment on it. And that's cool. And oh yeah, and that's fine. I mean, but I mean that's very true. That's very true. That's very true. But it's just unfortunate that people can't make positive comments, But people got on Wendy though for saying those things. I guess she has a lot of fans. But I do think that when it's something like you are celebrating an anniversary, this is a personal milestone between the two. I don't think there's anything wrong with her putting her business in the streets. She should not be afraid of celebrating, and something like this for fear of, public, like a public whipping from some jealous half a like Wendy Williams. And people say, well, is her sort of announcement if she's retiring him, is it somewhat a masculine sort of approach as opposed to a feminine, I'm retiring my man. I guess you can look at it that way. I mean, definitely, for sure. But again, what is the dynamic of their marriage? And yeah, I do agree that approach, then I'm retiring my man. That's kind of a role reversal. That I'll give Wendy. That is kind of a role reversal, don't you guys think? So that I think from that respect, Wendy is maybe projecting that, looking back on her marriage and how that was a complete role reversal in terms of Wendy being the star and the one out front with her husband all, in the background playing second fiddle. And there's something to be said for that though, y'all, don't you think? Playing devil's advocates, that is legitimate, I think. I don't know. It's just to me that it was that the way she sort of announced it, I'm retiring my man. It was sort of a like a role reversal. It was sort of a masculine energy. I'll be honest with that. That I'll give Wendy. It was sort of masculine energy. But hey, I think she was just very excited. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that was kind of masculine energy, the way she sort of um, announced it? I do. I do. I can't, I mean, I gotta give Wendy that little bit. And I think that was her point, that it was a role reversal of sort of masculine energy. She emasculated her husband. And now what's gonna happen? He's gonna go out in these streets like he has to prove something, because now he's gonna be publicly seen as, well, you know what they call him, honey, simps. Yeah, yeah. Wendy and her husband, in fairness, they built her career together. They really did. They were partners. Yeah, and they were married for 20 plus years. They were married for a long time. So, he rightfully got what he deserved. It goes both ways. It definitely goes both ways. So when in any way, you guys, honestly, the way Tabitha announced that she was retiring her husband, if you think about it, and I'm not going to pick this woman apart, she was just excited. But as I said previously, her money is his money. She's known that she wasn't doing him any sort of favors. Yeah, you feel she emasculated him. Well, see, I guess that remains to be seen. I just think that, like, he knew she was going to say that. And I don't think she meant it that way. I think that, I mean, that was Wendy's point. I just think that she was very excited. I just think the wording, I'm retiring him. That's the part of it. I wish she'd use something different. I will give Wendy that. I'm retiring him because it has a very sort of masculine connotation, and I can see how a guy would feel emasculated, but maybe that's not the dynamic of their marriage. Yeah. That's the thing about she's retiring him. That's the thing. Taking credit, like I'm retiring him, like he doesn't have to work anymore, like he's a stay-at-home wife, honey. I mean, you gotta give that. I mean, we gotta play both sides. You gotta be honest about both sides. I can see that. I can see that. But I mean, as for him feeling emasculated, they've been married for 23 years. I think it's gonna take, he's a LA, been a cop for 15 years, baby. I think it's gonna take a lot more than that to emasculate somebody like that. I mean, this guy is, been in the thick of it. Oh yeah, Wendy is a lot bitter. But you know what I mean? This is a man, honey. You've been in the LAPD for 15 years. A little comment like that is not going to emasculate you because he's been in a crappy job, a dangerous job, controversial job. 15 years as a cop in the LAPD. No, baby, that's not, something like that is not going to rock your world. And Wendy's a lot bitter. I mean, it's like, and she's getting more and like meaner and meaner. She's getting meaner, just mean. There was this thing she did the other day about this rapper, this young rapper. She asked, like, oh, if people knew who he was. He was only 21 and he had all these like followers. And then, well, ultimately, what was the point of that? That he had been killed and shot and killed. And people were like, oh, see, I've never seen him. But you know what? The lady's been coming at him, honey, for 23 years. He's been fine his whole life. Let's be real. So he's not going to do anything now that he didn't do before. I don't think, look at him. That man is, I mean, come on now. And I got to be honest, we talk about like men, fine men, and, with very like sort of average women. She's not a model or anything like that. I would consider her average. No, she's not unattractive. Hell, she looks much better than Wendy, but let's keep it real. She's no beauty queen. I mean, would you guys agree with that? But then look who she pulled. But they've been together since high school. They've been together since high school. And that's why this pretty privileged stuff, honey, hey, baby, it's only if you believe that. I don't see Tubby. Where's Tubby? Maybe she'll be joining later. It's 6:27. You know how some y'all roll in late. That's okay. I'm gonna have to see him. He's on Instagram. I've never seen him. I mean, other than them, does he have his own page or is he on hers? Let me go see. Okay. Oh, there he is. I've never seen him. Yeah. I just hope this doesn't mess them up as a couple because they seem solid. You know, they seem just solid. Let me show them. Hold on, let me show. This is such a cute. Let me see if I can share again. Hopefully this doesn't mess up. You guys see them? I'm looking at her Instagram. Can you guys see that? I just wanted to see him. Can you guys see that? Okay, cool. You see how he posed? You know how the brothers do, honey. They all got that pose. I don't care who they are, how much they got, all of them got that pose. Throwback Thursday, so Thursday weekends. Let me see something. Where's that picture of him? See, now is she a beauty queen? No, but she'll look what she got. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. See, people, the only, if you allow people to hold you back, it's just, is this him? Come on, computer, what's up? After 15, oh, here it is. After 15 years, the day has finally come. Okay, well, here's the video. Oh, Lord, I hope it don't mess this up. Okay, so I'm gonna try the audio again, you guys. So, okay, hopefully, let's see. Hold on, let me put me on mute. All right, you guys, let's see what she said initially. Let's messed up I created the firestorm, honey, as they say. Let's watch the video and see what she said. Let's see what she said. I watched the show. They call it Friday. Yeah, they really are cute. They really are cute. Like I said, I've never heard of the girl. Okay, so let's see if I can. I wonder if I can do this. I don't want to mess it up. I feel as if I'm worried about the audio. Okay, yes, I'm gonna mess up the audio. So let's see. See, this is very touching to me. Can you guys see and hear this at all? Just want to make certain. Yeah. Okay, here it is. You're talking about retiring now. Mhm. Mhm. Because I just wanted to show that clip because I want to make sure everybody saw it. No audio? Shit. After all of that? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna do that again because it was really touching. I found this really touching. I mean, it brought a tear to my eye. I mean, just like, I mean, it's like, okay, share screen, share audio. Okay. All right, so here we go. Hopefully it doesn't mess up. Okay, share screen, share audio. Okay. All right, so here we go. Hopefully it doesn't mess up. Okay. Fine. Share screen, share audio. Okay. Man. All right, so here we go. Hopefully it doesn't mess up. That's someone I just was watching it. What's this? Share screen, share audio. Okay. Man. All right, so here we go. Hopefully it doesn't mess up. That's not it. I have you guys. Sorry. That's someone I just was watching it. Yeah. Not only that, and it seems like they have a solid relationship. You know, I don't think it was actually looking back on it was emasculating. I just felt as if, you know, she was happy. You know, this is a journey for the two of you guys. Sorry. That's someone I just was watching it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my share screen. I know my sound is tripping right now. There we go. That's better. But guys, from a hypergamous perspective, would you guys do this though? Is this something you think is hypergamous? Is this something that you guys would? Sorry about the all of you guys. Is this something that you consider? I thought they probably should have kept it private. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. No, I don't think that there's anything wrong with celebrating a milestone. I mean, you should be able to have something in this world. I mean, of course, you're going to have people who have something to say, but I mean, people share their stuff on Instagram. She's a lifestyle page. So I think that's a big deal for them. And she just wanted to share her happiness with the world. I mean, what's wrong with that? You know, to me, I think about that. Yeah, I'm moving silence, but you should be able to share happiness. It's just people who Wendy, like Wendy, who are unhappy that put a damper on it. I think maybe she could have worded it different. I'm gonna like retiring him. That's kind of like that. I mean, this like it was sort of. I don't think it's emasculating because this man is, you know, but I can see how people might see it that way. And it was very, I was gonna say very masculine energy, but the way she delivered it really wasn't. She was very soft spoken. I don't know. I just think people sometimes are overly critical. Like, you can't have anything, honey. You can't enjoy anything without people having something to say. That's why it's important to have that confidence and don't worry about what people say, especially when it comes to this. People will always try to talk you down, have something negative to say, no matter what you do, how good it is, how happy you are. There's gonna be somebody, some Wendy Williams coming along to knock you down. As the wording could have been different. Yeah. Yeah, but it was like an 11-minute video, and people just sort of Wendy just sort of focus on that aspect, that one sentence, I'm retiring my husband. What about the other, 11 minutes and 15 seconds? You know, but as said previously, she's not doing anything, I mean, in terms of doing him a favor. That's his money too. That's his money. They've been married for 23 years. What's hers is his. And so that's why, you say emasculating. I don't think so, honey, because he knows that too. He knows that's his money. That's our money. Yeah, absolutely. And I just hope this whole thing, now that he's, chasing his dreams, whatever that may be, I hope all of this notoriety now for him doesn't change anything for them. Because like you say, honey, the freaks come out at night. They're going to be coming for him. It's like, again, people don't want to see you happy. The two of them seem very happy. Some women love a married man, and they see Tabitha and her husband, and they're so happy, and they have this great marriage for 23 years. Somebody's going to want to come and prove Wendy right. Because let's talk about, Wendy and women like Wendy. Do you guys have women like that in your lives, in your family, so-called friends, at work? Because I think women like her give women a bad name, and they are problematic. They were very problematic. And I think they hold other women back. The mean spiritedness. They sometimes they have a certain amount of influence on certain women, depending who they are in your life. And a lot of women they can't see through them. Yeah. See, I don't know. Does he have his own Instagram page? Because other than like pictures I saw them like on the news, whatever, I'd never seen him. I'd never heard of her before. Does he have his own page? Them have it all up in his DMs. You know what it is. So we'll see. We'll see how or if this changes him and the dynamic of their marriage. Not because the emasculated part, but because now he has some notoriety, right? We will see how this changes him, if this changes him, especially with his fine stuff. You never know. If it changes their marriage, which I hope not. I just hope that, he doesn't get caught up with some Instagram model or anything like that. I hope he doesn't get caught up with, like, what's his name? Like, what's his name? Derek Jackson. A month from now, we find out he's got holes in different area codes. You know what I mean? I just hope it's not a situation like that. don't even like me. Same here. Same here. I got to give him credit though. I got to give him credit. So you guys, I'm gonna have some new content. But you know what the funny thing is, we're just switching gears with regards to my channel. It's like this, like my lives are so consistent and we talk about so many topics here. It's like I haven't been posting just like my videos. And maybe I should start doing more, but I just feel as if these lives are my weekly upload to come up straight up. So do you guys want me to do this in addition to like videos as well? Because I feel like we cover so many like topics and it's so solid here. But you know, should I be doing my videos as well, discussing other topics too? I enjoyed it so much. I mean, I never thought I'd see the day, Miss Hurricane. I never thought. Melissa, if you Taylor, if you guys, you guys weren't with me from the beginning, but it was a rocky start. I used to be so nervous, technical difficulties. It was like crazy. But I got it together. Yeah, I got to start uploading to my beauty channel. Pretty and things. I'm going to start because I was remodeling my bedroom. Yes, your cousin on YouTube is me. You're somewhere. Let's then okay. I've got some topics I want to discuss. I just want to make certain that this is something you guys want to hear. And yeah, you guys, I try to be real. A lot of these, these hypergamy channels and all this stuff, they give you advice. It's interesting. It's even funny at times, but I mean, a lot of it is just not real. You know what I mean? It's just not real. Nobody's going out there trying to do all that. It's just not real. And I believe in theory. I agree with like they say in theory, but in practice is a different thing. Particularly if you're a woman of a certain age, it's like it's slightly different from us. I mean, not that, but it is. It's just slightly different from us. We've had certain life experiences. A lot of us are this hypergamy is new to us. We want to, level up, come up in our lives where, previously maybe we were in bad relationships and we didn't know our worth, and now we're discovering like our value. And I mean, don't even get me started on some of these stuff I have heard in the channel. Yeah. And like I said, in theory, I get it. I mean, we all sort of have that. I mean, it's a positive thing for women ultimately, but I think a lot of them, like, what's her name? Shira Seven, but I don't know, even though she's hypergamy, she's just like straight up gold digger. But she's hilarious. She's hilarious to me. But some of the things she said, you guys know what I'm talking about. I haven't seen her in a long time. Some of the things she said can get you straight up killed. I mean, she's running game, and I'm not, especially these days. You can't be running game on people. That's that crazy. Living that right. Exactly. 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 And then telling people all these almost like outrageous things that they don't implement themselves and they wouldn't do themselves. Yeah, she really is entertaining. She rocks. I mean, she's just so cold-blooded. That's what I like about her. She's just so like matter of fact, cold-blooded, break it down. But some of the advice she gives, I mean, it's just like boom. She just it's so like glib and two, three words and everything, but it doesn't address the issue. She doesn't get down to like a solution. But a lot of the things she says right on point, right on point. But she does, I mean, she breaks it down. As they say, straight no chaser. But she is entertaining. She is funny. I haven't seen the pink pill in a while, but yeah, I remember when Shira was on the pink pill. But yeah, I haven't seen her in a while. I haven't seen any of those. So, when you watch those, I don't want to be sort of influenced. I enjoy them, but I want to like just create my own thing. And of course, I think obviously there's room for all of us, but I haven't watched those in a while. But yeah, I've seen Pink Pill, and I really, really like her. I really like her. Again, she has a different perspective. Her content is different than Shira, but again, the theory is the same. Hi, ISX. I didn't know. There you go. How did you not know it? Welcome, ISX. Oh, yes. I'm not mad at her. Why didn't you know it? How did you not know it? You guys, welcome, ISX. I'm just curious, how do you level up but didn't know? Or you in terms of having a high quality man and you didn't know he was that until later on? And Shira's got her a wealthy black man. So if you guys want, they're out there, but they're older. He's like a lot older than her. No, I'm trying to remember. Man, good for you. Where are you from? Where are you from? And where'd you move? Good for you. Good. If you want something different, you got to do something different. Good for you, ISX. Bloop, 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 bloop. She says she hasn't worked in years. Now, are you guys married? And I don't mean like it's different between high value and high quality. Is he a quality man? That's the important thing, being a quality, somebody with integrity, who's kind. I mean, the fact that he's a high earner is just a bonus. That lately I've been thinking about it. Yeah, but how you give, I mean, it's up to you. Thank you. I'm waiting for you to move, and I wish I knew. Good, good, good for you. That's right. Take advantage of the benefits of marriage. Marriage is very important. That's why a lot of Black women, we don't value it enough, and then we don't enjoy the benefit. And there are benefits, tremendous benefits. Good, good, good. ISX. Good for you. Good for you. Say you haven't worked in years. How long have you guys been married? So yeah, that's it. Quality is most important. And if he has quality, chances are he's going to have some value too in terms of financial value, because high quality men, like the two go hand in hand. Because if you're a high quality man, you're not going to be a bum sitting on somebody's couch or anything. If you're a high quality person, that comes with it. Yeah, if you're high quality, you've got stuff going on, you've got ambition, you've got goals, you're a quality person and you want quality people around you, you want quality, things around you, quality home. And I don't mean like, swimming pools, movie stars, but if you're a quality, you have standards, right? That's what makes quality, standards. Quality money. She told me to do the same. Yep, she gave me tips. I look forever to listen. Yep, took forever to listen, but you finally got it, honey. Better late than never. Share one of her tips with us. Just go. Just I'm so glad you joined. Just share. Can you share one of her tips? Your aunt's tips. Great, 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 great. I know what to look for. I didn't learn that had high, but he was low quality. Yeah, and just take your time. And just take your time. Taylor. Just take your time. Have you been in contact with old boy since May 24th? Cool. Can you ISX? Could you share with us a tip? Just a tip that your aunt told you. A couple of tips. Okay, okay, no problem. Or it's just, it may not be a specific tip. It's just clearly she changed your overall outlook. She got to right. She got you to see things in a different way. Okay, so is your no, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, don't press yourself, but like I'm saying, overall, she got you to expand your horizons. I know that you deserve better and that you were capable of coming up. And she led by example, right? You saw her. So, and her two kids, there you go. Moving on up. Now, don't be stalking his Facebook now. Don't be stalking his Facebook, Taylor. It's done. I'm not on Facebook, but what do you got? What do you unsubscribe, unfollow, whatever? Don't torture yourself, let it go. Unfollow him. Don't torture yourself. Yeah. ISX is your husband, is he white? A man ready to tell you what he wants and plans. That's right. No guessing. That's right. That's right. I agree. So is the person that you ISX, the man you married, is he like a non-black man, white, Hispanic, Asian? Did you marry outside your race as I did? Yeah, integrity is so important. That's right. I'm glad he's done. Shocked me. Well, that's good. You just got to get past it. You said happier without him, but I mean, you weren't getting what you wanted. Yep, there you go, ISX, honey. If you want a ring on it, that's the way you got to go. Absolutely. My husband's wife, he passed away. I'm a widow, but and same thing with Taylor. But yeah, same here. And I hate to say it, but it is what it is with black men. It is what it is. It's just white men have more ambition. They have, I mean, higher salaries. They are more apt to marry you. And now there's some freaks and all that stuff out there too. Don't get me wrong, but you have, marriage is part of their culture. You know, Taking care of a woman and providing for a woman is part of their culture. Like I said, I grew up in the middle class and I played tennis, and there are a lot of women who, they play tennis, they put their children in the like daycare and all of that. And stuff like that. That is customary for them. It's a different outlook. It's just a different mindset. It's a different culture. That is normal for them. That's taking a woman out to dinner, and spending $300-400 on her is normal for them. It's happened to me countless times, countless dates, and countless relationships, trips, and yachts. And I'm not trying to brag, but I'm saying it's just they know that's expected of them. They want to do those things. And you better not ask a black man. Shoot, I mean, you know what? You shouldn't even have to ask him. But black men, it seems, are stingy, especially with black women. I just think that they feel as if they don't have to do for us. Yeah, That's right. I mean, I hate to say it, but any like woman who is, for the most part, happy and successful. I mean, there are some exceptions. We look on YouTube, like these makeup gurus, they're all married to white men. And so true, even though you did not want a commitment, that man gave you one, and I could never ask for it. Did it without me asking. It was just in there. Exactly. And that's just what it is. Exactly, Taylor. That's the way to say it. It's just in them. It's just in them. You married something working and got hobbies. Okay. And he was okay with her not working. That's the thing about it. He's like, that's hypergamy. I will support you. And they don't resent supporting you. They don't resent providing for you. They understand that that is their role as men. Now, you've got some exceptions, of course, but for the most part, it is part of their culture. That is how they are raised. There's almost like an understanding that that's what a man is supposed to do. What time? You guys, I'm so hungry. And it's a different cultural experience. It's just, it really is. He's always thinking about how he made me most comfortable. Wow. That's wonderful. That is wonderful. And that's what you want. Someone who's kind, someone who's attentive, someone who is, who wants you, who wants to make you happy. That's it. That's it. So what happened? Because you were with him, you guys were together for 4 years, you got married. At what point did you quit working? And then when black man where I work. Ooh, girl. Anytime he asks you where you work first, keep it moving. I know that's really nice. That's wonderful because unfortunately, a lot of Black women don't know like true, real love. A man who doesn't cheat on them, who's kind to them, who does for them, who will put them first, who does nice things just because. And it breaks my heart that so many Black women don't experience that. Now, I don't know what kind of wedding you have, ISX or anything like that, but I just think so many Black women have never tried on a wedding dress. That's just such a nice feeling to go in a shop and, get some champagne and just go through and try on a wedding dress. It's just one of those milestones in life that so many of us just don't get. We don't even consider it. And there's nothing wrong if you haven't done that, but I'm just saying, it's nice. That's all I'm saying. It's nice. And I'm so happy you found real love and not struggle love that so many Black women are used to. They're not happy unless they're unhappy. You know what I mean? And in general, some people are not happy unless they're unhappy. And that struggle love is just the norm for them. They don't expect anything else. They don't get anything else. They don't require anything else. That's just how it is. They've been sort of conditioned. Oh, your husband. I was wondering about that, Taylor, if he was white. Yeah, I miss my husband as well. He was white. He was wonderful, kind. I don't want to get emotional. And once you've had that, you're not going to settle for less. I'd rather be alone today I died than settle. I mean, not that I will be, of course, but I'm just saying, you're not going to settle for less. And that's why you shouldn't settle for less, Miss Taylor, because I know you're lonely and it was difficult and all that, but you have to take some time to yourself. But me, I would never settle for less. Once you've been up here, there's no way you're going to, at least me, drop down here. Once you've had true love and a man who treats you well and with respect and with consideration, once you've actually had that and you know what that's like, you're not going to be without it again. ISX, God forbid you guys are happily ever after for the rest of your life, but God forbid if something should happen and you are in another relationship, you are not going to go with like a bum or somebody sitting on your couch, eating your food, drinking your drink, playing video games. You are going to be at that same level, because you know what that is. You know what love is. You know what it's like to have a man, take care of you and want to take care of you and do right by you. You're not going to settle for anything less than that. Silver nothing was other damn wow. It's in and out. No, that's fine. No, that's fine. I mean, that's fine. Everybody is different. I'm not trying to look on somebody who didn't, have a wedding. That's fine, because that's a lot of money you can save. But for me, I just think it was just nice. I'm not gonna lie, it was just nice. It's nice to, if that's not your choice, honey, you at home, kicking back while your man's taking care of you, your husband, girl. I'm not mad. I mean, shoot, you did something right. But I'm just saying, it's just one of those things that as Black women, a lot of us don't even consider. I mean, marriage in general. I aunt's a widow too, and she said the same thing. She was saying, yo, you know what the thing is? My sister is a widow too. Isn't that tripped out? My sister is a widow too. I mean, we are like literally Black widows. My aunt's a widow too, and she said the same thing. She would take nothing less. No, and the thing is, you don't have to. You don't have to, and that's what so many Black women in particular don't understand. Is your aunt, is she with a Black man or a man of another race, or I get with the wedding, but there should be more way. Yeah, yeah, and I don't care if you want to go to Vegas or something like that, and go to something like that. That's cool. Whatever works for you. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's just that you know, do you take this woman to be your wife? Kiss the bride, the exchange of the rings, and now I pronounce you man. I don't get emotional. You just remember those things to the day you die. It's just, it's wonderful. It really is wonderful. I don't care how you do it in your backyard, just that moment. It's wonderful. And so, right, okay, there you go. There you go. And it's just like, look, my white man, I mean, there are some jacked up white men, but I mean, if you see a happy Black woman, truly happy, a lot of times she's with a white man. They just know how to treat women, and I think a lot of Black men are just not raised to treat women well. They don't see it around them, so they don't understand what it's like to like open the door for a woman, just be a gentleman. They resent things like, girl, why don't you open your own door? Why I got to open the door for you? You know what I mean? It's like, but then again, I mean, from white men, even men of other races, that's just normal. It's just accepted. That's just normal. You go, somebody you open the door for a woman. That's it. Just things like that. You know what, dating Black men, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. That's just never been my preference. I mean, I'm not attracted to Black men. Now, if there comes some exception, never say never, 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 but I can't see it happening. I mean, it could happen. It could happen, but oh no, I just don't see it. Especially when they find out that I've been married to white men and dated white men. You know how that is once, especially when they find that out, because they'll, feel some type of way. That's another thing you need to keep in mind. When you're married to a white man, you date white men, and then you date a Black man, they may look at you crazy. Oh, okay. So, just keep that in mind, Taylor. Just keep that in mind. Oh, it's out for me. That's right. That's right. And there are, I mean, it's not every marriage, Black women, white men, but have a much, 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 much higher chance of success than Black men and white women. In fact, that is the biggest divorce group of all. So what does that tell you? You know what, old girl? You guys ever watch Cynthia G? You know what she said? They get the same Black men we get. Yeah, a lot. I have no idea how to treat a woman if they don't. I know they don't. You guys ever watch Cynthia G? She said they get the same black men we get. Now I enjoy. I really enjoy it because she's another one who's like cold blooded. She breaks it down, and she's very intelligent too. God in my bed, never go back. Can't see me going black. Same here. I just can't see it. I just can't see it. That's just like it's never been. It's just never been. Oh, is that what they call them? Center? Yeah, I love her. You know what I'm talking about. She's fantastic, Cynthia G. I love her. Now, her I watch regularly because her content is bomb. She breaks it down. She's so, black male pathology. We live in a black male worshiping culture, which I never have. I don't know where she get that from, but maybe black women. You know who I'm talking about. I love her. I love her. I love her. And the thing is about her, she is a convert because if you look at her channel at the very beginning, I didn't watch her at the beginning. She was a person who did not believe in interracial marriage at all. She didn't believe in that, but look how she has evolved and changed her opinion. You know why? Because she has seen what black men have become, and she can't turn a blind eye. She can't. I mean, she's breaking it down like, honey, you better date out. She said they're just basically flawed. Black men don't own anything. They have no power. Oh, that one with Brian. Oh, that one was epic. And the thing is, what I loved about him was how he like applauded black women, something black men just don't do. And how he said that, as a white man, that, black women are, on his level, that, in terms of intelligence, very well educated, all of that. But he said that, and you can enjoy conversations with black men and just have black women and have like just healthy debates like the one he was having with Cynthia G. But you can't a lot of times do that with black men because they get angry and aggressive. And he was saying how the rate of unwed mothers and illegitimate children in our community and all of that is directly the fault of the black man. But see, white men know that they are the heads of the household. The man is supposed to drive the family structure, They know that it's just a given. They know that. They are born knowing that. They're households, they knowing that. Oh yeah, that was fantastic. That was fantastic. And she asked him, are you in some ways threatened by black men? He laughed. He laughed. No, I mean, what's to be threatened by? Except for, physically, and I hate to say that, but a lot of black men are violent. I hate to say that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, but the truth hurts. The truth hurts, baby. And what tell me the lie. Where did he lie? Okay, tell me the lie. And you know what? This was a white man talking to Cynthia G. And Cynthia doesn't play, but she agreed with everything she said. She was like, yep. He was like echoing. And this is like basically coming from the source, it's like she was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And he just broke it down. He just broke it down. Black men, it's that the fact that they don't own anything, they have no, it seems, solidarity or ambition. You guys, you look at that think about it, that whole thing on the Capitol, that raid on the Capitol. That was mostly like racist white people, white men. But think about it. Even though it was awful, 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 they had an agenda. This is what they believed in, and they were willing to storm the Capitol, honey, and fight and do whatever was necessary to further their cause. If you think about it, I know it was horrible, but why don't black men do that? That's what bothers me. You are all the justice system, the police brutality and these killings. Why aren't black men at the forefront marching and driving legislation to make things better for themselves? Why aren't they not storming the Capitol, but why aren't they vocal and assertive in protecting themselves and their rights and the rights of their sons? You know what I mean? It's just, why aren't they out there driving their own cause. That's what bothers me. Like, where are y'all? Y'all, hiding behind black women's, skirts. Like, come on. Come on. It's just I hate to say it, but black men have become like very feminine. There's no, there was a time when like my dad, I mean, there's no way on God's green earth that my mom or a woman would ever support him. In fact, my dad didn't want my mom to work. Like I said, I didn't know what it was called, but I grew up, thank you, Jesus, in a hypergamous household where my husband, my dad took care of the family. Period. Yeah. It's just that, but black, I mean, if you don't look out for yourself, I mean, and you don't advocate for yourself, how you're gonna advocate for your women, and you do, and the thing is, they see dogging out black women and propping up white women as some sort of like they're propping up themselves, and it's twisted. It's great. I mean, it's crazy because you are us. You were born of a black woman, and it's just a lot of, to me, self hatred. You know, I already said that. Yep. Oh no, she did. Not Blackistan. Not Blackistan. I love it. I love it. I love it. We just, and that's true. A lot of us just we have to unlearn a lot of the things we learned growing up. And like I said, I was blessed, thank you, Jesus, to actually grow up in a household where with a man as a household. My dad handled his business. He took care of the family. But if you've not, especially these days, I mean, it was more commonplace when I was growing up. Of course, that was the standard. These days, unfortunately, in black households, that's not the standard anymore. So if you don't see that, how do you, it's very difficult for you to emulate it in your own lives and relationships. She said that that's the memo. That's exactly how I feel. You're blessed to grow up seeing her first. My dad was a decent man with my big time as a husband. See, my dad was a wonderful husband and wonderful father. Now, was he perfect? No, nobody is perfect. But I had a very solid upbringing, an upbringing that made me like confident and unafraid to go out in the world. And like I went to college in Arizona by myself, Arizona State. I decided to move to Vegas by myself because I had that, I don't know, the last come on. I always knew that no matter what, I could always come home. I wasn't, and that's, it's this last time, God, I've been this whole time with this last one again. I knew I could always come home because I always had a family. Some people don't have anybody, and that's sad to say, but it's true. Some people don't have anybody, so they have to do the best they can with what they have. You can only, they have to make their own way. Yes, on there. They have to make their own way in this world. You know, they don't have anybody. And that's just a reality. And when you don't have anybody or anybody who's a positive influence or a role model in you, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. It may take you 40 years to get to this point and even realize that you can have something better, that there is something better. If you've never seen it, if you've never experienced, if you've been conditioned that that's all there is for you out there. I was lucky. I admit it. I was fortunate. Not a lot of women are not as fortunate as I was. But then my dad was of another generation too. Yeah, and you said your dad like big time as a husband, and it's like okay, but then when you see that, it's like it's tough to be able to like maybe trust him. When you see if your father was like creeping on your mom and things like that, or maybe you would think that that's normal. You don't even expect a man to be faithful because you've never seen one. You know, one thing I'd say, like I said, no one has a perfect upbringing. You know, no one, I mean, I've had my tough moments growing up too, don't get me wrong. But for the most, I know that no matter what, like I had love in my home. I had security in my home. And that's something that a lot of Black families do not have. Yeah. Yeah, my dad was he was very much a thinker as well. He just taught us life lessons. A lot of the things I know that he used to say to us have I mean, yeah, he was right. He was right. You know, lazy people don't have anything, things like that. You know, just things he would just say to us, you know. Yeah, same thing. My dad was like. So how was he a trifling husband? And he just was just checked out. He didn't pay your mom any attention, or just very self-centered. Like, what made him a bad husband? Just selfish, because a lot of them just, you know, selfish. Treat your mom like she's the maid or something like that. You know, things my dad said, you can do bad by yourself. You want to get you somebody, get you somebody. So I learned that from a very early age. These are the things that were told to me at a very, yeah, see, very self-centered. Yep, yep. He always came first. I bet she always had to cook what he wanted to eat. Y'all always had to watch what he wanted to watch on TV. And I'm not saying that there was not some aspect of that in my household in the sense that my dad was the head of the household, you know, and he was old school. But it's not like what my mom said did not matter. But it was a traditional relationship. It really is. It was a very much a traditional relationship. My mom didn't work. I mean, my mom didn't get a job until I was probably in, I think, junior high. And he didn't want her to do that. But she was like, I need to get out of this house. They're old enough, you know. So, you know, I come from a household where I saw him take care of his family. And a lot of us don't. You guys, I gotta get something to eat. Okay, you guys, I got 8 more. Like I'm doing my intermittent fasting again, and I have not eaten a morsel today. So I got to cook my little turkey burger here. Give him a child. Yeah, yeah. But did he said he left your mom to work full time, even with child, but did he work as well? Did he work as well? Did he support the family financially as well? So you either go one way. When you see that, you say, "When I grow up, I'm never going to be like that. I'm never going to have that type of relationship. I'm never going to be like that." Or sometimes it's like, "Well, that's normal for you." I mean, which way did you think? Like, I'm never going to be like that, or did you sort of repeat that until you got older and realized there was a better way? When you met this white guy and you had that conversation with your aunt. You know, ultimately, when you know, they say when you know better, you do better, and that's it for my credit job. Oh no. Okay, so she had to pull everything basically. So she never knew month to month how much money they would have. One day he was, you know, 1 month he was working, a couple months money, a couple months later he wasn't. And so now all the financial burden was on her. She didn't have a lot of help from him, all of that. Mm. So are they still together though? You say he is a decent father. Are your parents still together? Your mom always do something. I work like crazy. It's so funny, growing up, and this I'm telling you, this type of dad I had, okay? He passed away. Like I was always like on the tennis team in high school growing up, but there was this like little bakery called Carner's and they were hiring. I'm like, well, like, I mean, I don't know what prompted me to do this. I'm like, well, let me go and just apply for this job. And I got this little interview and they hired me. And I told my dad, oh, I got this job. And he was like, no, you don't have to work. You're on the tennis team, you play on the tennis team, you don't have to work. I said, okay. Yeah, I remember that. It's like, you don't have to work. Yeah, he was proud of growing up. See, that's a man child. When you married a child, she married a child, and she spent her whole marriage raising him. Oh, they're not married anymore? Yeah, they're not married anymore, huh? Your parents are not married anymore. Yeah, she married a child. And the thing that you would think that they would feel bad, have some guilt about it. The fact that your wife is supporting you, she's pulling everything, she's pregnant, she's doing all that. You would think he would feel bad. They're friends now. He's more powerful and attention to my mind as the world. So of course now that she hit the road, of course now. Not very good, 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 good. Like I said, better late than never. Better late than never. Is she happier now? I can't imagine she wouldn't be. You know, you spend your life, being basically used and disregarded, and your feelings not taken into account. That's hard. That's a tough way to live. Yeah. How can she not be? How can she not? All right, you guys, I got to hit the road. I really sincerely do. It is 7. Yeah, I gotta go, you guys. I gotta log off now. I'm starving. I've got to get something to eat. This has been another wonderful, amazing live stream. I will see you guys again next week. I love it. You guys, this is like my favorite thing to do now. But I'm gonna upload some videos. Like I'm gonna upload on my other channel, Pretty and Things. You guys don't forget to follow me on that. And I have a video I'm gonna upload on the Come Up Straight Up. I have some things I got some topics I want to discuss. You guys, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate your support. I really love it. I love this so much. I really love you guys, and taking time out of your day to to join me, because you guys don't have to be here, obviously. And you guys, please support the channel. Please continue to support the channel. You guys like this video, thumbs it up, like it, share, all that good stuff. Oh, Denny, you've been listening in? Denny, girl, you've been listening in? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Denny. You've been listening in? Have a good night, Denny. I'll see you next week, girl. We've had a good chat. This has been an excellent one. This has been an excellent. All right, you guys, I have got to get me something to eat. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. I just love this. I love this feedback, and just sort of this discourse, this exchange. I really enjoy it, you guys. So until next week, y'all. Until next week. Bye.